guys, this is FFAN 16, and today Sony had their PlayStation showcase. One thing I wanted to take out of it and discuss with you guys today is the newly announced PlayStation handheld that is hopefully getting released this year. Now, no price or anything has been released with it, just the details of what it's going to look like and somewhat include in the handheld itself. Still waiting for full specs and what you could actually do with the thing, but we do know a little bit of information, and I'm going to go over to The Verge to read what they've got in details from what was released publicly by Sony in regards to the handheld. Now, it's not exactly where we wanted them to go for their next big handheld. They started off with the PSP and moved over to the PlayStation Vita and the PSP Go. But since the Vita, there has not been any talk or new PlayStation handheld in the works. Finally, they're moving towards doing this, but not in the way, again, that we were hoping for. So let's get into the details. All right, guys, here is the article. The link will be down in the description below if you want to read the whole thing. I'm just going to go over some of the important parts I'm going to pick up. And also, we're going to take a look at what this new handheld is going to look like from what they released in their showcase today. Let's take a look here. This was released today at 3:05. And there's a video here. Now, there's going to be, of course, you're going to need the console. This is a caveat. The handheld is right here with two dual shock kind of ends to it, as well as wireless earbuds, which I'm a big fan for the wireless earbuds. If it's got the amazing quality that their headset does, I love this thing. So to have it be able to sit in my ear instead of over it, especially with my glasses, that would be amazing. And it would go really great with the VR family as well, as long as they don't fall out of your ears while you're playing. Now, Sony has confirmed that it is working on the PlayStation handheld to make it easier to play your PS5 game. I don't understand the difficulty of being able to play your PS5 games. I do understand, though, that the remote play on either your tablet, your phone, your computer needs fixing. I have a really good internet connection. My PlayStation is in the house. I remote play to it over Wi-Fi. It sucks. If I use my PS4 to upstairs in my bedroom to remote play down to my PS5 and they're both hardwired, it works better. The thing with this console that we are going to learn here in the next paragraph is that this is going to utilize the remote play feature that you have on these devices already, that you've paid for, that is in your pocket or in your backpack ready to go, to be able to play on this new console, this 8-inch HD screen console that they're going to sell as a proprietary service towards your PS5, making it more on the go. This is true gameplay on the go. This is true gameplay on the go. This, to me, my Steam Deck, is where Sony should have got most of their inspiration. And we'll go more in detail with my thoughts at the end of this article. Now, it's going to use the remote play. You can do it on Wi-Fi. It doesn't specify if you need to be on the same Wi-Fi network, if you could be on any Wi-Fi network, and somehow it's going to find your PS5 magically. Anybody's had any luck with this outside of their home Wi-Fi, please let me know. I still haven't figured out how to get this to work properly with my PlayStation remote play on my phone or my tablet. The connection just doesn't happen. It's also going to feature on both sides, each side of the DualShock 5 controller. It's going to have the haptic feedback. It's going to have everything you want in a PS5 controller. You could utilize all the things that you need to play your PS5 games. Here's a bit of a downfall to me, considering OLED technology is here. So far, now this might change upon release or further details at release in regards to this console, if we want to call it a console. It's going to be an LCD screen with up to 1080p and 60 frame bits per second. 8 inches, 1080p, 60 frame bits. Not bad. Okay, great. Even the Nintendo Switch runs at 720p handheld. I can't quote the Steam Deck right now, but I think it is the 1080p with the 60 frame bits, so it's on par there. Still not a fan of the LCD over the OLED, just for the beautiful colors that come with the OLED. And I'm going to be utilizing my PS5 for its power. Give me a beautiful screen. So both sides are going to have the adaptive triggers. That's a given. So the code name for this is the Q Handheld. Excellent code name. Any Star Trek fans in the chat? And is set to launch later this year. Now, I'll take this with a grain of salt. This is what we know at this moment from this article. Until Sony comes out and gives us a official projected release date. I do this because it could be pushed back. I would say anytime this year, maybe early next year. But if they're already showing us what this device looks like, I think they're already probably in the later stage of development and testing for it, that we may see it near the Christmas season, which would be an optimal shopping and buying time for this product. We do not know any cost. They didn't announce it. They just announced that it's coming. This is what it looks like. As you can see, here is an image of the console accessory. I don't know what to call it. Do you guys want to call this a console? Do you think it should be called a console? Should it be called an accessory tablet, remote play console for your PS5? You're going to need to invest in the PS5 ecostructure to play this. There's no word here if this will remote play to your PS4. So all the PS4 owners out there who do remote play to the PS4, I know I've done it. We have no word if this handheld will be usable for you or if you strictly for the PS5. So here's another view, and as you can see here, we've got the DualShock 5 right side, DualShock 5 left side, and it looks like the control buttons are kind of overlapped in holding the screen in. And here's a good version of the back. I like the back. The back is nice. So one thing I gotta say about the Nintendo Switch is, without a case, it's a pretty flat boy. That's your hands get tired, right? And that's why I buy a case with a bit of a grip. But my hands still get tired with this. This bad boy looks like a full-fledged controller, amazing grip, a little bit closer to what I got with my Steam Deck here. I got my hands around it. It's built this way. I can grab on it. I'm glad that they went with the controller design, because when you're sitting there like this, your hands will cramp. My hands don't cramp as nearly bad with this. It's just a heavy boy compared to the lightness of my Switch. So if it's between the weight of these two, long handheld gameplay is going to be great. I think this one would be really good for any size hand. According to the fine print at the bottom of Sony's presentation, games you play on the Q will be installed on your PS5 console itself. It apparently is designed as a companion for your PS5, not something that would play games natively like the Steam Deck, phone, or even stream them from the cloud. This is such a loss. If you want to promote, Sony, your PlayStation Premium service, your PlayStation Extra service, why can't you allow your streaming handheld console to at least be able to play the games you offer through streaming on that service? What an amazing pair, guys. Let me know down in the comments below. Would you consider upgrading your PlayStation Plus service to premium if you knew, if you got this handheld console from Sony, that you could play any of their stuff that has to deal with streaming directly from it without going to your PS5? I think this is a big fail and a big misstep from Sony. They could have paired that up beautifully. And they could have sold both services as a package together to get you started. Again, this is all from the knowledge that we know today. Future, this hasn't been announced for release. Stuff can change. But right now, this looks like my phone, but bigger. The PS5 controller stuck to it. That I need stable Wi-Fi to play my PS5 on, when I could just sit in my living room and do the same damn thing. I don't know. I guess if you only had one TV and you really wanted to play your PS5 and your significant other really wanted to do something on the TV, or your kids, you can still play your PlayStation. But again, what's stopping you from using this? or this? What makes it so I need to spend my money, Sony, on this proprietary streaming console for my PS5? And we don't know. Maybe there's going to be something special. Let's keep reading. So it's possible that Q adds cloud gaming at a later date. That is a hope again from the writer here. They're hoping, just like I am, they utilize cloud services. This buzzword, cloud gaming. This is your time to show an initiative to be a leader in the market, Sony. You got this. It would be weird to omit the service that makes Sony more money. This writer and I are on the same page. Sony's brief tease didn't address whether you'd be able to use the Q to stream games outside of your home. Again, that's the problem I'm having with their current remote play. I need to be on my same Wi-Fi network for it to really work effectively and efficiently. So, how is this an on-the-go portable gaming system that I can use with my PS5? I cannot wait for more details on how that's going to work. We got some more pictures here. We got the earbuds. I'm excited about the earbuds. I'm a big fan of their headset. So if they're going to earbud it, I'm all for it. No gripes about earbuds. So they talk about the rumors, how we were starting to hear about this, but now it's fully come out to fruition. Got a DualSense controller, basically plastering a screen to it. They're talking about the past projects and remote play. So mostly here again, my point exactly right here in the article. Mostly any iPhone, Android phone, Windows or Mac can do the same thing. So they really got a hard selling point here. Sony isn't telling us what the selling feature of this new product is going to be besides the way it looks, and you get a DualShock and a monitor or a screen or tablet all in one. So you don't have to carry your phone, your DualShock, get an apparatus. Is it really that difficult? Is it that difficult to use your DualShock, get an apparatus, and put my super high AMOLED, mind you, screen that has a better resolution and quality so far that we've heard from your console on my controller? Yeah, it's 2 extra components, but by the size of that new console, you're looking at a Steam Deck size entity, which is basically my phone and that controller together. All right, let's sum this up. Sony's coming out with a streaming remote play device with a built-in DualShock, 8-inch LCD, 1080p, 60 frame per second system. We don't know the memory capacity. Maybe it won't have one because it's a streaming. It might just have enough for the operating system. We don't know what type of operating system it's going to have, which is fine because it might just need the app. Maybe it will just be the PlayStation app. You log in, you remote play, you see all your features and your chat and stuff. That stuff is very much still unknown. And Sony doesn't want us to know it yet. They just want to announce the pretty that is coming down the line. The speculation is going to be high of the disappointment right now of what this has to offer us at the moment. And there really is a lot of unknowns for this console, for its future. Now, at launch, I have no doubt this device will only be able to do remote play to your PS5, maybe your PS4, but they're going to market it for the PS5. Come a future patch, though, as long as they put memory in this console, or they allow you to expand the memory via SD or SSD, you could take it apart and you could do your own proprietary memory, like they do with the PS5. There is precedence. Sony has precedence that allows you to expand your memory in your consoles, so it's not an unknown entity. I can expand my memories in these. I know these aren't proprietary to streaming or remote play, but I can still remote play on these to some extent. So there is a precedent that they can do this for us in the future. They aren't marketing it to sell it very well at launch here. They're not actually listening to what their customer base, who loves their product, really want. Or I might be just talking about myself. Please, down in the comments below, tell me what you really want out of a next generation Sony handheld console. And I'm going to tell you what I want. I want the remote play. That's awesome. If again, I want to sit upstairs and someone's on the TV, or if I want to go lay in bed. Honestly, that's the biggest part. I want to go lay in bed, but I want to keep playing something on my PS5. We want to watch something in bed before going to sleep. This thing would be amazing. Honestly, I'll just tap into my PS5 downstairs, game before I sleep. Perfect. What happens when I go on the go? I'm on a family trip. I want to play that Horizon Forbidden West. I want to finish getting my trophies. How well will this play in the middle of nowhere with slow Wi-Fi, congested Wi-Fi? Is there going to be a 5G version that gets a SIM card in it? Right now, there's only a Wi-Fi version announced. So there's a lot of probabilities that cannot be answered at this given time. And that's fine. It's an announcement. It's new. It's exciting. They gotta watch the next couple months on how they market this thing, what they're going to give for features, and what the future probability of this console is going to be. Right now, unfortunately, I can't see myself buying it the way that it is sitting right now at full price. It's not worth it to me. As you see, I've got a ton of other stuff that I could play my games on. And I love sitting down and playing my PS5. And I would like it on the go. And if I'm really desperate, I'll use my phone, or I'll use my tablet, or I'll remote play on my PC. So there is other options for me to remote play. So this is out to Sony. Sony, I hope you're watching some of these videos. I know I'm not a big content creator, but I really love all your products. Obviously, I'm a little obsessed with PlayStation and might be a little biased, but I'm not biased with this. I know what I want or would like to see in investing my money in the next Sony PlayStation handheld. And I know how great the future can be for it. Handhelds are popular. The Nintendo Switch and the Steam Deck have proven people want their games on the go in a relaxing format. And there's so many great examples that you can pull from, especially the Steam Deck. Especially the Steam Deck. I can remote play to my computer or from my computer to my Steam Deck universally. I can play my individual games that I have on my Steam profile on my Steam Deck. And I just download what I want to play, and then I can uninstall it. It knows my library from all of that. I'm not saying this has to be a standalone console, Sony. I'm saying make it pair-friendly with the PS5 and the ability to be on the go. And my last comment to you here, and I hope to hear from you guys down in the comments below. This one's to Sony. Utilize your PlayStation Plus subscription service. This would be amazing for, like I said earlier, this would be a beautiful partner to PlayStation Premium. This will help you sell that. Allow you to do your cloud-based gaming on the go with your PlayStation Plus Premium subscription. You don't have to worry about memory on your console, as you can tap into the cloud servers. You just might not be strong enough to do that yet. And that might be the reason why you can't announce it at launch here. But I hope that is in your project projection for this console. There's great things you can do here. We're just hearing the beginning of it. Although I'm a bit critical of what I'm hearing, there's still possibility for growth, as this is not out on the shelves yet. And there's still possibilities to push updates to the hardware on this thing to allow it to do more than remote play. I don't think we're going to come out with a mediocre product. From what we've seen on their PlayStation 5, their PlayStation VR, they're serious about their hardware. They just got to think of what they can do with it to utilize their customer base. All right, guys, leave me down below what your thoughts are in the announcement of the new PlayStation handheld. These two are getting a sibling. They've been lonely together for so long. We're finally getting another handheld from Sony. I look forward to seeing what it will bring us in the future. For now, this is all that we know. I'll try to keep up to date with any news in relation to this, with pricing and more specs and what it can and can't do at launch, versus hopefully we'll hear what they want to do with this product in the future. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. 90% of you aren't subscribed to the channel that come and watch, and it greatly will help me grow and produce more content and just be able to do what you guys love by supporting the channel. Hit that like button. Thanks so much, you guys. Have a good one, Chocobo Nights. And as always, happy gaming!